Hello guys, welcome to another episode on this channel. Today I will play a pretty popular ladder deck, which is this Fruit Snacker list. It's probably the best monsters list to play right now. In case you guys don't know the deck, it uses Golden Necker to play Tome and Last Wish in the same turn, so that the unit you play from Last Wish, the way it sequences, it gets played after the Tome, so you get to instantly proc the Tome with it if you get a good pull. And yeah, you're basically just spending the whole game trying to set up your Necker, put your bronzes in the graveyard to then summon them with the Necromancer's Tome in round 3. It's a pretty simple list to play, pretty linear as well. It usually plays the same way every game. Even though it's a Necker deck, it doesn't play Sirinova, as I value the control cards and Thinning more than Sirinova, honestly. And the deck doesn't have that many threats, so usually Sirinova would get removed anyway. That's why I'm not really a fan of her personally. And we're probably against Midrange fruits, I would assume. If he doesn't have musicians, Necker normally plays musicians. Okay, there's the ethereal. Yeah, I'm gonna answer it with the lock. Could be problematic if opponent has a Purify here, I suppose. Like an Aguara of his own. Well, let's see. No Aguara, okay. Portal instead. Alright, let's throw an egg. I'm gonna need it in the graveyard for the Necker later. Put this at the bottom, obviously, and then let's play the Siren for now. Opponent plays his own Toad. Gonna play the egg. I guess there is some danger of potentially losing on even here, but what I can do is I can play the first Toad to consume the Siren, then consume the fruit, and maybe play the Ethereal later. Opponent does play Jotun package, the Jotun package as well. I mean, Squirrel with Portal, not really recommended to play, I would say. Because stuff like this can happen then. Not the best choice by my opponent, I would say. I mean, I could also pass here, but I'm kinda interested to win the round, so that I get round control and I can dictate how this game goes. It's usually, I would say it's recommended to try to get round control with this deck so that you can push, set up your other graveyard targets in round 2, and then go for like a 5-6 card round 3 with Necker. That's usually how this deck gets played. So we take the round here. Keep the Ice Giant. Don't really want the Siren in hand now. Okay, and this is a good hand. Yeah, we have all the cards that I want in the to set up in the graveyard. So let's go ahead, play the Ethereal first. I might end up losing my card, but I want to finish setting up my graveyard here. Although I guess opponent could have an answer to the Tome anyway, so... Let's see. A muzzle, okay. Interesting. Play the Ice Giant. There was maybe an argument to lock the fruit, but opponent could have a Griffin for all I know. I'm gonna do it now, I guess. Because I want to build Sabbath for the Witch Apprentice. Sure. Play the Witch Apprentice. I think I'm gonna keep the Toad. I mean, usually you don't really want to consume the Siren with the Toad, so we might keep it for round 3 to like hit a Siren instead. We will see. I mean, it's very low tempo, so I don't think I want to play it. If opponent gets ahead, I might slam the Riptide as well. If he doesn't get ahead, I'm just gonna pass, I think. Could also just mull the Toad, right? It's a good unit to banish with the Last Wish, to be fair. I mean, it doesn't go in the graveyard. It's like not a high value card to have. And if opponent plays like this, guess I will set up the Toad. Just accept the card disadvantage at this point, I suppose. It's fine. I think I'm gonna pass next. Mostly just playing this to trade, to be honest. There's some argument to play Riptide. It plays for 13. If he doesn't answer the Piggy, that means it plays for 17. Get ahead by 8. I mean, that's not too much though, but... And I'm also shortening the round for my Necker, so then I'm not gonna be able to get all of the bronzes out. I think I just pass here. Nice, we get the egg. Okay. I will move the Riptide, honestly. I mean, the bronzes are just better. Keep here. Guess not if he has an answer to the toe. Maybe it plays too much into the toe. I'm not sure. To say, I guess. No, let's go for the Necker. Get the Riptide anyway. And I don't really care about these larvas. I know I'm gonna get 3 of them, but it still should be worth more to get this Jotun, I believe. Let's see if opponent has an answer to this. There's an answer, yes. Okay. I mean, then it's good that I set up the other Toad in the graveyard, because the Siren consume would be pretty much useless. But yeah, that's why I moved the Riptide, because like there was a pretty solid chance we would get it from Necker anyway. And yeah, we just, in case the tome wouldn't get answered, we wanted more targets for it in hand. Okay, I guess I played into a big Igni. Hopefully opponent doesn't have it. Oops. Honestly didn't realize. Uh-oh. Oof, okay, I was scared for a second there. Definitely shouldn't have played into it like that. Well, never punished, I guess. It was a bit scary. Win the game. Even though opponent answered the toad, just having too much carryover from these toads, basically. Okay. Pretty smooth win. Let's jump into the next one then. Alright, in the second game we are against Uprising. I guess it's gonna be Witchers. Witchers usually don't play Heatwave. They sometimes do, I guess, but usually they don't. You don't want the duplicates of bronzes in hand round 1 most of the time. I mean, this hand is pretty good. I'm probably just gonna honestly draw the tome and just put it at the bottom, unless we need like a lock or something. I could maybe mull Jotun to have him as a top deck for later. Why not? play the larva. Yeah, it's just Witchers with all good. Okay. Continue setting up our graveyard here for now. Play the Siren. Then the egg. Now I'll probably play Tower in case opponent passes before playing the Piggy. Okay, opponent is playing Knickers apparently. Interesting. Yeah, I'm literally just gonna put the tome at the bottom. I don't really need this the scroll to draw me anything. Like, I basically drew every bronze already in hand, so I don't really need anything from what I have in the deck. I don't mind buffing the Toad to 13. I mean, it plays more into Eskel, but plays around Professional a bit better. Okay, opponent's playing a mediocre Leo. Interesting. Let's go for the Piggy then. The opponent's hand has to be very awkward here, I suppose, if he's playing Leo like that. Yeah, he passed this, okay. Oh, he's jumping out. It's kind of a shame we lose some potential tempo for run 2, but I guess at least it thins the deck. Alright, I don't want the Roach. And I don't expect the Tome to get answered this game, so I think I don't really want the Tome. I don't really want this either. Come on, Roach, behave. Nice. See if opponent even has a clean answer to this Ethereal. Might have to escalate. He can't answer it with an offering, so maybe he plays Trial of the grasses. Okay, just ignoring it. I'm gonna lock this. I mean, if Ethereal is going through, then we should kind of just win this game for free. If Ethereal sticks, this card is absolutely insane. The opponent seems to just be ignoring it for now. Well, not sure that's gonna work, Mr. Opponent. Okay. Play the Ice Giant. I kinda want to play around an Igni, like... Ow. And I don't really want to play the Saguara. Riptide doesn't really play around it. We could eat the Roach. It's just way less points, but... honestly, I'm like... I'm like low-key scared about this Igni, I don't know. I know it's less points than eating the Witcher student, but I'm honestly low-key scared about the Igni. Like, it does make sense to run it in Witchers, right? Maybe that's why opponent was ignoring this Ethereal. He was just hoping I'm gonna play into it. Let's see, if he chooses to like professional the Toad Prince here, for example, or Escalate, then I'm completely convinced he has the Igni. Maybe I should have played the Ice Giant in the front row earlier. Yeah, Axie doesn't count itself, unfortunately, for Mr. Opponent here. It's not gonna be a shame concede then. Let's see. Uh-huh. Okay. Like pretty quick win, I guess. Guess we're gonna do 4 games in this episode then, because they're pretty quick so far. Alright, let's jump into the next game then. Alright, in our third game we are against Enslave. Enslave can be a tricky matchup since they can, well, leader, remedy, your leader and remedy your graveyard targets for the necker. But it's usually a solid matchup from red coin regardless, because you can just push to win on even. Although my hand here is very bad, honestly. Like, we don't really have much tempo in this hand, it has to be said. So that's a problem, that's an issue. I have Yatun, I guess, but yeah, I don't really have access to many of these bronzes that I want to have here. We will see how to remedy that, I guess. I mean, I could decree into one of these bronzes, but I kinda also want to decree Ethereal, because this Ethereal is pretty much useless later. It just plays a lot into opponent's leader. And if we force the leader by playing it round 1, then that's pretty good for me. Okay, opponent gets a Riptide, Egg, and an Apprentice. Okay. I'm gonna play the Ethereal here to play around the Assassination a bit. At least for a turn. We're gonna have to play into it next turn, I suppose. I mean, I could play a card right of the Ethereal, I guess, and then eat it with a Toad. That's a potential line. Yeah, honestly, let's do that. I kinda like that. Then I'm gonna spawn the fruit here, and then I'm gonna just eat the Siren with the Toad, so that the Ethereal gets to transform the fruit instead. I guess this means I'm buffing the fruit, but that I'm transforming, but oh well. I think it's pretty likely that the opponent has an Assassination in hand. I think it's worth a try. I will position the Toad here, so then I can eat it with the other Toad. And still continue playing around this Assassination for a bit. Maybe I'm overdoing it, but I mean, I think it's very likely that the opponent has it, honestly. Guess we will see next turn. Next turn I will stop playing around it because I'm running out of Toads. So, guess we will see next turn if it was worth it. Or the opponent just passes. I mean, that also works with me. I don't mind. We won on even, we achieved our goal. Hopefully we get to draw some of these bronzes in round 2 that I need to set up the graveyard with. Obviously we mull these 2 cards because they're bricks. Okay, we didn't draw a larva, but we drew the rest, so that's good enough for me. I mean, there was an argument to use the toad in the graveyard, I guess, and then just use the second toad in round 3. Maybe that was better, but I also kind of expect one of these toads to get remedied, so I kind of would like to prefer this carryover for round 3 instead. Okay, a defender. Oh, good thing we won on even, I guess. Okay. So what, Helge coming next, I suppose? So what, we need the Ice Giant and the Piggy and then we're fine.
Ból uszlachetnia, mój miły. Kiedy więc z tobą skończę, będziesz praktycznie hrabią.
Let's play the Ice Giant then. Then we play the Piggy. Might leader the Piggy, I guess. Or just copy it with Informant. I mean, I don't expect to keep my card advantage, but we just want to value bleed here mostly. I might consider playing the second Piggy anyway, even though it makes my Necker worse. Just to value bleed a bit more. I think I do want to keep the Siren for round 3, but the Piggy... We kinda just good Informant targets later anyway. Okay, opponent is not waiting for the pig to appear. Is he just gonna take the Ice Giant here, or is he gonna go for the Toad? Doesn't have a good consume target with this Toads. I think he's just gonna go for Ice Giant. Let's see. He's thinking very hard. Takes the Ice Giant, like I said. Play the Piggy without spying for now, I guess. Nah, I think I will play both of the Witch Apprentices. I mean, I like to call them Piggies. As a lot of people call them like that. Yeah, there comes the Informant. Technically would have a pass, but I think I don't care about card advantage enough. I mean, opponent played Calvid, we know he has a hand full of golds, and I think I'm just committing the second Piggy. I know it makes my Necker worse in round 3, but I want to bleed more cards out of him, and then it's just better to commit this early. Then wait. Probably gonna coup the pig here. It's the, yeah, cheapest card to commit. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Jotun. We could consider passing after Jotun if I get a pass for card advantage. Because these locks, I mean, they can be good in round 3 as well to keep. If opponent gets ahead though, I am gonna keep playing, just trading these cards. Opponent gets ahead, so... Let's trade at least the Doragere. Geralt in Vanilla Enslave. Interesting choice. I mean, does opponent also play Leo, or does he just play Geralt over Leo for no apparent reason? His hand is honestly pretty weak, the fact that he played a Calvit, I have to say. Gonna unlock it for BM value. Surely he has some actual golds in hand left, right? Like Stefan, Artod, maybe a Braffens, right? That should be his hand in theory. I could even see trading the Siren for one of them. It's probably worth it. Maybe he plays a Helge, I mean there is a Peon after all. His hand definitely should at least contain Artod and Stefan. I refuse to believe that he wouldn't play these cards, and they're the highest provision cards in his deck, so he had to draw them with Calvid, unless he mulked them, like a Chad. That's Artod, okay. Is it worth it to trade the Siren? It's controversial, like it loses me a lot of points. It's worth it for the Stefan, but I'm not sure what his opponent's other card. I think I would rather just pass. There was an argument to keep the Lux too, but getting the Arthod and the Geralt out was worth it, I would say. Kind of a shame opponent had a Joust though, I have to say. Okay, I mean we have to keep. Hopefully we get the egg from the last wish. Maybe a Toad Prince from the Necker too. We could lose here, like if opponent has a Helge and I don't get a Toad Prince from either Necker, I guess I'm guaranteed to get it. Never mind. I guess I'm guaranteed to see it, right? So it's fine. It's just we would rather see it from the Necker, not from the last wish. Okay. An egg. Sure. Play the larva first, as we don't have one in the graveyard for the Necker. So opponent's hand should be like Stefan, Riptide, maybe a Piggy. Okay, as a cool. So Stefan, Riptide, and we can't be sure about the third card, I suppose. Unfortunately, we get an egg before the last wish. That's a low roll. Sure, let's go for Toad. I think I care that much about raising a larva here. That's a very big low roll, because not only we miss out on the whole egg, right? But we also miss out on a better necromancer target than this Siren. I guess I have a second Toad in the graveyard, I might as well use it. Could still be fine though, I believe. Size Giant plays for 16 points. Riptide could be 14. Okay, Lady Ice the other card. It's gonna banish the Ice Giant, it's pretty strong. Yeah. That's also an issue, I guess. Gonna play this here so that the Siren that gets summoned by the Tome can be used to buff this Ice Giant. With the Order ability. We'll decide. We'll probably play Riptide Backroff because of that as well. Let's play this. Maybe I should use it maybe I should have last said it actually. I guess no, if opponent yoinks it, he can't eat the egg. It's not really worth it for opponent to yoink it, no. Never mind. He's not gonna get the order. Last card should be a Stefan. We just win here. Even though we definitely low rolled on the Necker sequencing, we do still win. Pretty comfortably. Alright. That's the third game. Pretty solid win. Let's jump into the last one then. Alright, so in our last game we are against the Fruits again. Let's see if it's the mid-range deck again or a Necker Mirror. It's the mid-range deck again. Alright, I should be favored against that, I think. Well, Roach and Knickers. I'm gonna put the last wish at the bottom. Man, this hand is really good. I'm just gonna keep it, honestly. Open Larva. Okay. Gonna draw the Doragere then. Opponent has a Purify, I'm just gonna decree Aguara as well. I mean, I could have also just taken a 50-50 on the Riptide like a char, but if I miss, I lose the game, so it's a bit clowny. Okay, no Purify, good. And Imlerish instead, interesting. Eating a Fiend, okay. We go for the Siren here. The Witch Apprentice now. Since we have Sabbath. And since the opponent doesn't purify the Ethereal, I'm probably just gonna decree a Toad. Let's play the Egg. Cyclops on this, sure. Play the Ice Giant, keep setting up our graveyard. If I feel like playing a Toad is safe, I'm gonna do it. Maybe I should have played the Ice Giant left to the Siren. It's fine, I can just play Toad next to her, I guess. Although it plays more into Toll Punish. If opponent Toll punishes this, then I just play the Jotun, that's fine. Not really an issue. Opponent spends Vial. Play the Jotun then. Try to take the round. Also get a Might for the Riptide, because why not? And opponent passes. I mean, we set up our graveyard fully, so I don't really see a reason to bleed my opponent here. We have a full graveyard setup. I think we just pass into round 3. And I want to draw these cards in hand. Unlock can be useful for Ethereal. Yes, I'm gonna keep this. And that could be opponent's answer to this Ethereal I lock. There was an argument to just slam Ethereal and bleed with Ethereal, I guess. And shorten the round a bit more. It's a bit risky though. Not sure about it. Opponent squirrels a Toad, sure. It's a good squirrel, but it's not the end of the world. This is a good hand, I think. I think I'm gonna keep... maybe I mull the Toad Prince. Toad Prince in this mirror can be dodgy, honestly. Nah, this is better, I think. Let's keep this. Maybe I will get it from the Necker anyway, but... it can be dodgy, I'm not a fan.
Witaj ponownie, Geralcie z Rivii.
I'm gonna play some again. Gonna go for the Ethereal first. There's an argument to Riptide it before he consumes it in some way, I guess. And then the Riptide is a lot worse. Well, we should focus on answering Ethereal first anyway. Oh, he goes for the early Erondite. And can opponent consume this? Maybe I just shouldn't care and just play my Mecha, honestly. Okay. There's an argument to play the larva first and just ignore the larva I get from Tome. But even if he heat waves the Tome now, I'm gonna proc this larva enough to get the full thrive value. Okay. I will play the larva now. To activate my piggies first, then we're gonna lock this one.
Dziecko, oddaj je.
Then I think I go to the Siren. I don't think opponent will consume this, and honestly I would give him a better Osrel if I kill it right now. Okay. I mean, an unanswered Tome just wins the game here for free, pretty much. If this card is not answered, this deck is so stupidly strong. Let's eat the Toad now. Play this. Do this. What? Opponent had a heat wave all this time? Okay, I mean... I guess my opponent is just trolling. He probably could have won this game if he just heat waves the Tome. Like, look at how many points this Tome has provided here. Yeah, he definitely wins this game. Right? If he just, yeah, I mean, definitely wins this game. If he just heat waves the Tome instead. I don't think that's really a question, right? Yeah, guys, if you play against this deck, I guess it's a good lesson for people that match this deck a lot. Always use your heat wave on the Tome. I don't think it's really a question. Alright, well, that's gonna be it for this video, I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed. A bit questionable gameplay from my opponents, I suppose, but oh well. I am doing my placements with monsters right now, so that's why, I suppose. Anyway, if you did like the video, then leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.